Okay, hello there, and let's rock and roll. Hope everything is fine. Yeah, should be. Should be. According to my screen, you should see me and hear me. Okay, hi there, my name is Jarek. I'm the Archon Studio CEO, and welcome to our bi-weekly AMA. So, if you have any questions which needs answering or you think needs answering, just drop it in the chat. Hello, chat. Yeah, I do have some stuff for the Heroes of Might and Magic 3 expansions. Hello, Marcus. Hello, everybody. And thank you for joining me. I know it's the middle of summer. People on holidays have a time for hobby. That's what it is. Yeah, where we're going to start. Cheers, Jarek. I hope you are fresh and cool this summer in your new HQ. Yeah, it's actually quite cool. Well, yeah, many things don't work yet. We still have to fix it, and then we had some power cuts last week, which cost us a lot of time and money because some of the tools were damaged. But it's basically a temporary period, I think. Majority because of weather. Weather is not the best in Poland. Neither do in Germany, I think. It's the same story. It's quite a lot of storms here, fallen trees, power cutoffs, and stuff like that. So yeah. Other than that, everything actually quite cool. People are so excited to work in this place, and because it's fresh, clean, and you know, it's the what's the name? It's the moral boost, basically. Excuse me. I don't know if this has been answered already, but who is the master artist behind the mysterious background music? Is a person who lives in the UK. I really don't remember his name and surname. I will do that. I think it should be in the credits anyway, at least on the AMA, so we will fix that one. And the music was made for one of the games we had in mind, Hellgate. So there's a couple more, I think. And also we have some music for Starsight made by the same person. We will talk a little bit about Starsight today. Can't wait for the Pledge Manager open. For the best game ever motto. It is the best game. I don't have no slides today. I know there is a tool done already and things like that. I haven't prepared any slides, by the way, but I can tell you right now that the app we're working on, it's extremely advanced stage. They need to work on the front end to show you something, but the back end is already done. So that's that. And then some of the toolings were done. Yeah, it's going quite smoothly. This one is going very, very smoothly. I know there's a few more models. I think 3 models only left to sculpt, and these are the promo models and the ones we did during the campaign as promo models. You have the power. No, you have the power. You look great today, as always. Thank you. We had this week actually we had all the sculptors here and 2D artists in the company because we have people who works from home, and it's about 8, 9, 10 people who works from home. So it was great to actually have them here. They're still here. They're going to leave tomorrow. So we had loads of meetings. This week was extremely busy to talk about the future in terms of art, style, sculpting styles, and you know, many other things. Some things will change. We need to improve a couple bits and bobs. So it was actually very interesting experience this week to have everybody on site and heard what exactly the expectations are in terms of the path we should follow in terms of our fantasy line miniatures. But fear not, it's gonna be good. That's for sure. Looking cheaper, is it because of the black I'm wearing? Yes, I do have some. I do have some for caves, yeah. We're still waiting for Heroes of Might and Magic PDFs with better quality images to download from your website and printed. I would wait till we fixed everything around it, so around about second campaign before we're gonna move, you know, we upload anything, because we are in the stage now when some things needs to be polished, and that's what they're gonna do. I would rather wait for that one, otherwise we're gonna waste paper and ink because we're gonna have to reprint. So that's that. Thank you for those streams. It is great to feel like the customer matters always. It is the case. And to see the people who produce the products we love. Yeah, and thank you for being with us and supporting us. No, the music is not accessible anywhere at this moment. We could make it. We could make it. I keep promising this stuff about the music, but I keep forgetting. Let me just. Sometimes, I mean, I'm at this age now. I have to start taking notes. Please. Well, that's my team to add the music to download folder somewhere on a new page, and then also the Starsight one, because Starsight is also interesting. With all the artists together, does that mean you now have a lead designer role to control the overall design and style of minis? That was quite fluid in this company, because we always had like different 2D artists to focus on the on design. So previously Krzysiek did the main designs for caves, and his idea was to go with really like non-fantasy style of miniatures, much more realistic one approach. But moving forward, we would like to move it to be closer to the fantasy miniatures. At the end of the day, we make fantasy miniatures, and we should be doing that. But globally, in terms of design, overall design, we will have a direction. That's one, and then we will keep as we have now. 3 artists, 2D artists, which each of them will have a separate projects to work on. So we say that the style guide should not change. What could change is basically some maybe approaches to some, you know, miniatures, or maybe terrain bits and bobs and things like that. But that was the main goal for this meeting, to make sure that we all on the same train, and we all align to the same strategy moving forward. So yeah, that's that. It's very interesting. We keep looking for new people and artists, and always when we find it's difficult to find somebody with a miniatures experience per se, which will be interested in actually doing like a proper lead role. Most of the people you will find, they are from video games, which, you know, follow completely different principles in terms of designing. So here we have to work something together, come up with some strategy that we all will know, love, and understand and follow. Okay, maybe move to slides, because there's tons on FIFO. Okay, we're gonna start as always with AMA, so we're gonna move to first questions. We have some questions from Discord, so I'm gonna move to that, and then obviously Heroes, Master of Orion, Caves update, and Port Heaven. The last one, the logo is just temporary one, so we've got some info about the future of Dungeons and Lasers, as we have now kind of directions what we want to do in the next projects. And we know as well that competition is following us, at least on this channel. So yeah, I'll show you something, a new tech we want to introduce with Port Heaven. Okay, so a few questions from Discord. Have you ever considered doing an alternative history war game, something akin to Dust 1947 or Rozhalski 1920. Iron Harvest Universe. Well, yes, that's the case. For quite some time, I think Conflict 47 was in the hands of Warlord. Not only that, I believe they had like expansion to this one by Russ Charles. Russ Charles is a sculptor. He was sculpting. He's now sculpting for Steamforge games, but back in the days he was doing quite a lot of sculpts for Warlord, and he had his own kind of World War II or World War miniatures line, and then he wanted to introduce in Conflict 47 and beyond. I don't know what happened with that one, but I think it basically been put on a break. And now going back to questions, no, we haven't. We have not. I would be happy to get Dust in my hands, really, like take this down from Simon and run it. But then, you know, it's gonna be quite difficult to do anything at this stage because we don't know what Simon is gonna do with the Dust. What I mean by that is I don't want to go and, you know, invest a lot of money and cash into something which then gonna die only because of all of a sudden Dust will come back or something like that. Rozhalski 1920, I really love the theme. In fact, we've been playing in the last couple of weeks the Scythe, and even my wife noted that the art style is amazing, right? And everything around it is amazing. I know there is a video game based on Rozhalski 1920 plus. Iron Harvest, it's called, but we haven't thought about anything like that. Although, yeah, when those add-ons are planned to go to retail. So yeah, I do have that one for you. This is basically next quarter, this quarter releases. So in this quarter you may expect the Dragon Turtle, the Observer, and then several lines of miniatures. As you can see here, there is none of them. Then we have a fourth quarter of 2024. These are miniatures which are planned for release for the fourth quarter. So you can take a screenshot if you want to see what exactly is what exactly will be available in retail. And then I can see here, this is the first quarter of 2025. So round about February, March release. I think yes. Wide-Eye Dunes, that's the one. That's all the add-ons you might expect them to be available in the first quarter of 2025. Thing is, we cannot actually release everything in one go. We could, we have tooling, we have everything, but with retail it doesn't work like that. We just have to keep feeding retail. So we have to spread apart every single release from the campaigns. Okay. So I will just leave it for a few seconds for you to actually take the screenshot if you want, and then you will know exactly what is coming when. Sorry, Marcin, if I shouldn't share that, by the way. But let's keep people informed about what's So Movin, any news on translucent core sets? No. I have no news on that one for caves, although, as I said, we haven't decided yet what exactly is going to be in the pledge manager. I mean, translucent core set is quite easy to do. It's only material change, but again, we need to make sure that the production will manage in terms of packing and everything else, right? We have a meeting next week about what exactly we want, or what exactly you wanted, and what exactly we're gonna include in a pledge manager. I think it's gonna be quite a lot. I think it's gonna be quite a lot because expectations are huge, and we don't wanna yeah, but about that, this is what the port heaven will have. So I want to show you now. You might know what's going on. It's a glowy, right? It is glowing. So, and it's translucent, and it's actually spider nest, I think, set. So we've made with the new material just to see how it works. But I will talk about this one just towards the end, okay? The NL7, the spell effect disappeared from the ideas. Prismacast spell effect seems like an amazing opportunity and likely easier than the Prismacast Minis. I would agree with that, yes, because we can make much more flatter. So let me just start with the first question. It's gonna be with Invoker. Invoker is the new game we work on. The release of this game is 2025, so you will see tons of different type of miniatures and models and factions and everything else from Invoker. But Invoker will require a lot of spell effects, so you will find tons of spell effects for your purpose. So fire, earth, air, water, then such. So you will find many spell effects in that game. That game will basically require spell effects because it's about spells, it's about invokers, it's about summoning creatures. Yeah. So that will be there. There's no point of releasing them at the moment. So then also the second part of your question was also a reminder about keeping non-humanoid sets free of humanoids, so the 28mm fans can also throw money at you. Yeah, that's something we discuss as well as a team. Conclusions tomorrow. I have some conclusions tomorrow. That's the big one, and I have answer for that one, but let me just check quickly what we have here on the chat. Yep, Port Heaven. Great name though. Yeah, man, Klakon is the master of the Orion. Actually, Klakon is my favorite faction. And it's actually the easiest to play in the Master of Orion. But don't be fooled, they're quite easily to get managed. Yep, so we've been unloading them today. Literally, they came today, so all fine, all good, and start shipping from tomorrow. There was no more blockage than 1 week. I think we had only 1 week delay, so that's great. Which means that the stuff is gonna be the game's been shipping starting from tomorrow, basically. So that is a great news, by the way. I should include that one because yeah, I think they finish literally now of loading. There was containers which we were unloading entire day. So yeah, a lot. How come the best board game companies are from Poland? I don't know. We extremely focus in Poland on what we do, and really like focus. Maybe that's why. And we take it seriously. We really take it seriously. I mean, by putting hours and work, everything around it. The date says 11/7. Yes, we are in Europe. So the date says 11/7, 2027. It hasn't been November 7th yet. You guys in a way different time zone. Oh, what's that then? I know the Port Heaven will be mostly minis. No, it won't be. But we'll be able to buy single sprues from older sets. Yeah, for example, a sprue wall from Wood Cottage. Just to be clear, the Port Heaven won't be only miniatures. Yes, there will be a good chunk of miniatures, but we have a lot of other things, including ships. Yes, modular ships. I will just spell it out right now. I will explain about that one later because it's combined. The idea is combined with what I will show you for the Port Heaven. But you may expect a lot of things. Subterranean as well, docks. Oh yeah, you have an answer from Jakub here. So docks, scatter terrain and such. It will be part of that campaign. Okay, so great AMA as usual. Thank you. I do have some questions about your own IP spaceship game. I like the idea since it's not tied to the license with all the problems that comes with it, like end of the content exactly, or expiration of the license. Okay, so I do have that. So it's Starside, Promethean Crusade, by the way. Promethean is one of the faction in the game. That is a subtitle for this one. It is the combat space miniature game, ship size from 1 inch to 12 inches. You have to think about this game like a homeworldish. So you have a main mothership, kind of mothership, and then everything you bring on, you build as you go, as you play the game, and that's all the whole idea. I have to tell you something. We already start work on this one. We have hired amazing sculptor, not sculptor, concept artist. His name is Michał Kus, and that's his link to ArtStation. You may go there and check it. And he's already doing some first concepts arts for first faction, and it's gonna be a Japanese style faction. That's the one. So it's something new for the styles that we haven't introduced yet, but yeah, it is coming there and will be there. But if you go on the Michał Kus ArtStation, you will see his quality, his works. It's amazing. So I think we're gonna get there quite right in terms of design with him on that. That's that. But then from the style side, the same universe is the Titanomachy, and then that's your Mech Titans tabletop combat skirmish game. Mech size between 2 and 6 inches, maybe even bigger. We'll see how big we can go with that. But it's a small game, but it's set in the same setting. So the reason why I want to start with that one is much easier for us for the spaceship game, and to move to Titanomachy, because to be honest, we've been going back and forth with design, and no, we couldn't get it. Nobody. Well, it was a mix. It was a mixed reception on the on designs here internally. So some people like it, some people didn't like it, and we couldn't get it. Our team couldn't get it. It's a thing, you know. We have 2D artists which they're very good at what they do in terms of fantasy. But for the sci-fi, it was quite difficult. So with Michał, once Michał finished designing the ships, he can go back and design Titans and mechs. And again, if you go to his portfolio, you will exactly see what I'm talking about. He also have very nice mech designs. So that would mean we can actually have those two projects on the level that we never had it. Like, you know, at least the concept-wise, we never had it before. And then from that, we're moving to 32mm mass battle game. You have seen some models in the past. There's one model which sits on my desk constantly, and that model will never go nowhere. Wait, but that is the model from the Star side. We made it many years ago, and we stopped that project because there was other projects which collided kind of with the same setting. That's the one. Why this camera is upside down? Anyway, it sits on my desk for donkeys now. And yeah, we had lots of miniatures. We have like 4 factions, but then we're gonna go back to this as well, readjust according to the style guide we're gonna get from Michał, because Michał will try to get Michał also to design vehicles and everything for this game as well. So it will be the same theme all the way long, and that's gonna be our own universe, our own game, right? So you said it will be the fleet size, so capital ships versus capital ships. Yeah, it will be, as I said, it will be basically a mothership versus mothership, and whatever you're gonna bring on the table. Do you have plans for further expansion and link to the Titanomachy? Yes, it is the same universe. And your sci-fi skirmish, yes, it will be exactly the same universe. So all the factions will be, you know, you're gonna move from the faction to faction. Yeah, I would rather think about this one as a drop zone universe, but on your skirmish, so you will have all the games in the same settings with a different scale, like drop zone, exactly like that. So that's the whole idea. That's the whole idea about our sci-fi product line. I can stop here for a few seconds. The reason why we want to, obviously, there's so many reasons why we want to do this, because finally is the time, and we have enough knowledge and capacity. But we're getting in a point where external companies are using almost 40% of our capacity. And I don't know if you remember, many months ago now, I would say even years, I mentioned this one, that we not allow more than 25% of capacity. And it's became almost 40% of capacity, and this is not the place I want to be, and this is not the strategy for this company. So kind of we missed last year both releasing any type of skirmish game, because we had one to work on, IP one, and that capacity was allocated to that, but didn't happen yet. It's still in sitting in approval and things like that. But now we really need to have at least 2 games, and that's the plan for next year. We will have 2 skirmish games based on our miniatures next year. One is Invoker, and second one is the Star Side. That's the 2 things. And the third one obviously is Heroes battles. But Hero Battle goes on the retail, and it's a rank and file game, which we always wanted to have it as well. So that should bring us back to, well, we will increase the capacity of production manufacturing as well as the tooling. But by increasing that one, we will have more capacity for us as well, which means that we should be bringing down external companies to 25% of our capacity. And this is the best and very, very safe place to be, okay? So I'm talking business now, but it's very important that we don't grow too much on the back, piggybacking on other companies, because at some point they might just move production somewhere else, and we will have, you know, a massive amount of capacity unused, which is not the best, because then you're losing money, right? So that's the plan, that's the global plan for that project and for this universe. It's been a lot of work done in the background for that universe, by the way, so all the settings and things, and I'm quite excited to share it at some point with you. I see that question. Yes, you might expect more animal companions with Port Heaven. Yeah, and dragons and large things. Yeah. Okay, Master of Orion. I want to show you these 2 graphics. We work on that project now. It's my personal dream projects, but looking at, this is only a few samples, by the way. Nothing here is final. Tiles are not final. We're going to remove and tidy them up a little bit, but you have like several different examples of tiles you may see, and they're not final. We were testing different type of markings on the tiles and stuff like that. But this is my dream project, and really the quality of everything is just whoa. And I needed to share with you, right? I needed to share with you. Yeah, and we played last week, we played this week, we're gonna play tomorrow, on Saturday, sorry. So we work also Saturday. Well, play testing game, is it classified as a work? I think it is. I think it's not. I don't know. It's gonna be combining enjoyment with work. But at least, yeah. But that's for the Saturday, and we've been playing last Sunday. During the week, we were play testing a few things as well. I'm telling you right now, that's gonna be from us. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be kind of masterpiece, and it's definitely gonna be much better than the previous games we have made thus far, because we have much more time for development on this game. Much more time. But the number of features this game is going to be offering, is comparing to competition, is staggering, really staggering. You have tactical combat, you have a politics in a game, like proper politics, diplomacy. So with additional add-ons, you have several, you know, custom-made races, and it's just a lot, really a lot. It's proper 4X. I mean, this is what Master of Orion should be. Comparing to the previous board games, but yeah. So stay tuned for more info, because we are getting close to doing pre-page for this game soon. So we have more and more info about the features for this game. But yeah. By the way, ships. You have a fleet of ships, not just ships. A fleet of ships in this game. So yeah, you will finally. I mean, I finally feel like I'm the emperor. Maybe not that, but I really like the games when you can have the feeling that you actually have massive scale of, you know, things happening, like you have your empire there. Anyway, let's move on to this. If you have no chance yet, you may go to a game fan page, and on there you will find, excuse me, updated page with the pledges. So I just want to bring them up quickly, because maybe you didn't have a chance to actually look at them. We're going to start with 89 pledge euro. This is without VAT, obviously, because that's how GameFound campaigns are running. GameFound is classified as marketplace, so it needs to charge VAT on the checkout instead of in Pledge Manager, like you have in with the Kickstarter. But anyway, 89 for core game, tower expansion, plus every single stretch goal. I think there is like 70 stretch goals planned for this, so quite a lot. But all together with crystal stretch goals here, so combining. Then we have a crystal pledge, you will find that. And what is most important, we're gonna give you stretch pay. Stretch pay is a great feature, obviously. Some of you might know how it works. It basically charges you monthly, so you have 7 payments for €20 to get that set. Same goes for the all new. So if you already have like big box and stuff, or almost entire package, so this is all new for you. You get 3 expansions and then all the stretch goals. So you know, for €16 times 7 payments. And then we have something for new. This is all in. So if you haven't backed previously, we give you that. Obviously, you can choose between the big boxes. What is not shown on the graphic is you can choose a normal add-ons or big box, and then this will be also combined into either big box or simple or single add-ons. You will be able to choose in a Pledge Manager. And just a reminder, this is what core game is with that, I believe. Yeah, that's kind of what you get there. Maybe no, it's actually Inferno is here, but it's massive. It's a huge game, and with a huge number of components and massive weight and lots of goodness in there. So yeah, that's that. New stuff, by the way. So if you go to our page, which is the archon-studio.com, and if you go to the blog, the team, Jakub's team, create a new blog, a few bits about the stronghold. The idea is that we're going to be feeding through all the information about the factions to you, upcoming new mechanics, new components you will find with this expansion, and then stronghold campaign for solo. So all that info, you can read it there and get more news. You can also go to the GameFound page and subscribe to the page, kind of to the project, and then whenever we post update, and that information should be and will be in the update, you will have straight away, release in your inbox news about it. Yeah. Check the questions because I'm moving. I can confirm that some animal companions are also in plans for Port Heaven. Yes, they are. You will find them for sure. Free, any chance for the plastic version of Walls, Tower, Gate, and Battlefield expansion? That would be epic siege battles. Stay tuned. I don't know, maybe. Stay tuned. There's also a couple things. The following gift, right? So the dice tray with Heroes free logo and board game, and all the nice and beautiful graphics. And some models I can show you because we just been given approval on these models. So we do have a catapult, one of the most anticipated model from the previous campaign. Yeah, sorry, dice tray is an early bird. Yes, in a bird. Magma elemental. Then we have a Cove Town. And one of the heroes. So we're getting close to having all the models, all the miniatures for this project sculpted, and I think at some point you will see them on the page as well before the campaign starts. We still have a lot of work anyway because we need to get everything other stuff for the approval, but the project is quite nice advanced. So yeah, and just a reminder, I think we're not going to be changing dates, that's for sure, but around the 15th of September is a start date for the campaign. Caves. So for the caves, we did a lot of other small things and bobs this week. This week is gonna be slow, so I might not have much to show you. In the following AMA, because the sculptors were here and they were really studying and focusing on the new themes and things like that. So it's gonna be a little bit delayed in terms of update for you, but not as a project delayed, basically the sculpting, but we will catch up. We'll definitely catch up. But we have some crystal elements on a clear, so that's how they're gonna look. You have seen them, and we did a number of props, as well as a small river, or rather, actually, it's a small underground lake, I would say. Yeah, and some other elements. I do have some spirit to show you. Yeah, I do. Let's move there. You might not hear me for a sec. Here we go. This is one of the sprues for traps, several different element traps and such. I will show you them that in the zoom in. I like that ball thrower. Absolutely love that ball thrower. I don't know why my camera is doing this. Wow. Anyway, you can see the quality. So that's that. I don't know why my camera isn't. I don't know if I showed you this last time. I was sitting on my desk. Him left it, so I'm gonna show you this as well. Obviously, it's a goblin layer, and we have some prop, the good quality to show you. Today wrong, but this camera, it's not want to cooperate with me today. It's upside down. It's me, the user. And very blood red carnage. I think this is the carnage one. Yeah, the carnage tract. That's the one. It is less well, is it? It is transparent, by the way, so don't worry about that. It is transparent, but it's very bloody red. Bloody by blood red. I like it. I like that red. So that's that. And quickly about Port Heaven. Let's go to some questions. Where I can find more information about Heroes 3 miniatures battle game. I haven't found much info at all. That's true. That's true. We haven't done like official announcement yet. But this is something Jakub, once he's back in office, will sort it out. I can tell you that it's gonna be 32mm game. It's a rank and file game. We have writers on top of our own writers. We also have Jason Jervis from GW, very well-known name, as well as the Andy Chambers. So both of them working on this game, along with Jacek from our team. The game is actually shaping up very nicely. I believe we almost finished the rules, or we did finish the rules, but if not, we're very close to it. That's that. The miniatures we're going to start, I believe January, February next year. It is to be released in the second or third quarter of 2025. We still have time to actually make miniatures. Yeah, that's that. Do you plan a new campaign for those for Dungeon Lasers and all in pledge? Yes, that's what I'm going to be actually talking now. Port Heaven. Port Heaven is a new campaign. Port Heaven is going to be a new campaign for Dungeons and Lasers. At the moment, it's been scheduled to be launched in the first quarter of 2025. So after we ship everything from caves. Usually those campaigns overlap. Usually we start shipping caves and then we start a new thingy. But what you may expect? Obviously, you have to expect ship, and you will have a ship. We think we can do a massive one, really large one. And what's good about it? It's gonna be made out of hard plastic, and it's not gonna be like competition. Competition make also large ship, but it's made from PVC. And that PVC is having a lot of issues, basically bending issues and stuff. So that will be that. So you may expect kind of the Games Workshop quality. What else there? We're thinking about tons of different options. So why not to make, you know, this normal shape airship? So additional options to turn your ships into airship. Also, what I've been thinking, and this is what I'm trying to do right now, is to give you a ghost ship. So I've been testing a new material. Kind of we had samples for this material for quite a long time, but we've never seen any reason why to introduce it. It's a very, very glowy material. If you have a kind of what's the name? UV LED somewhere around it. So I think we have this small UV LED design already and even manufactured samples, which means once you assemble the ship, you just put that one inside your ship, turn it on, and it will be glowing, like glowing during the daylight. So it's actually amazing. It's gonna be amazing. So you can play during the daylight. Sorry. We have somebody doing the, like, you know. Anyway, so that's the plan. So it's gonna be shape, gonna be a lot of miniatures. So we're looking at the pirate miniatures. We're also going to have like all those monsters you asked for. So that's the other one. And in a survey, right? What there? Oh yeah, and the options. I didn't mention about the options. So we've been, you know, studying what we can do with it, like options for, as I mentioned, turning into airship, and also make it kind of modular. I think in this it requires modularity. So like a sections, you have a top and bottom section, and then maybe we can do that way sections as well. So you can increase it or make it even smaller the way you want. So that's that. And what else there? Obviously the list is quite long. The team, we did like a project pitch literally this week. We went through what exactly we would like to have in these projects, and now we just have to make sure that we are within the a normal number of sprues because the initial one requires like 60 something sprues to actually to be in the project, which is a little bit too much. So we just have to streamline it. But you may, as I say, expect a lot of minis. Definitely zombie pirates, definitely normal pirates, and definitely something along NPCs, port NPCs, and such. Yeah. So that is what is there. Large monsters, maybe some more dragons. Definitely a lot. Definitely a lot. But the core there, the core of things will be the ship itself. I think. Obviously, you're gonna be able to swap it for just miniatures if you want just miniatures. But I really want it. I really want that ship to be there. So that's the plan for that project. A pirate dragon, that would be cool. Okay. Now, Jakub just mentioned that estimated amount of spruce already decreased after my calculations. That's good, that's good, that's good. We will have, you know, we'll talk about that next week. Kraken. We do have Kraken already. I don't think we need to add additional one. Maybe we'll make available during this campaign additionally, but we do have kind of Kraken. But the Leviathan, I know people were asking for the Leviathan. So that will be something big, and if we manage, if we're able to do that, we will do that. Yeah, Leviathan is actually on my radar to actually get that there. Okay. My falling stars needs competition. Any ideas of the ship times yet on a chance on the vote on version? At the moment, no. We haven't decided kind of what is gonna be there. I don't think we're gonna have any voting, because if you think about the amount of time we have to stay on sculpting, and I need to have it sculpted before the campaign starts, it will require actually asking you now what you think about the design and style. So I don't know. We will see what. But you know what? Follow our Discord, because definitely we're gonna be engaging with you and asking you what you think during the process of sculpting. And in fact, this model, new ship, that ship will be sculpted as one of the first models. So the team is gonna be doing it quite soon. Quite soon. We need that quite soon to understand the technology behind it, by the way, because it's gonna be something. I think it's gonna be the biggest model we ever made in this place. I think estimated is around about 8 different tools. So we did make large models, but if you think about, I don't know, Tarask is only 5 tools, so 8 tools, it's more. But yeah, the complexity there will be much higher than anything else we have done so far. I will compare this one to complexity of tank we did, the first tank we did, like our Wolverine tank, which was like 100 and something elements and pieces, and was only 5 tools. But yeah, but this will be even more complex. So we want that, and also we need to make sure that price will mean nothing crazy. We want to make sure that this is completely affordable to anyone. So yeah, that's another one. That's another one. Definitely more kind of airships along with it, or maybe current airship, well, not the current airship, but normal smaller ships to be turned into airships, and the big one also to By the way, how many of you actually play Spelljammer? Because I've seen some Spelljammer ships, and they are proper kind of, I would say, magic punk ships. Very, very interesting concepts and ideas. Not sure how we could do with just, you know, additional elements and things like that. But I was only wondering whether there's a then any Prisma casting Port Heaven. I think just buildings, that's for sure. We will see how flattish will be the ship to do that in as a ship, but definitely the every element which is building, which is port basically, must have it. Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah. Cthulhu will be. Have a look on that sneaky peek here on the left. It screams out like, "Where's my Cthulhu? Where's my Cthulhu?" Giant Cthulhu, yeah. So the Spelljammer is living organic ships will be nice, yeah. But that will require like a brand new scope, like individual scope just for that setting. This kind of makes me worry that we're not gonna be able to afford another 8 tools or 12 tools even. I was super excited about the multi-pose characters covering all the standard races and classes. Yeah, it is on the radar. It is still part of the project. I know we have a lot of the NPCs ideas, because we would like to have more NPCs, and I think this is a good approach. Oh, by the way, along with that one, you're also going to get a book. So we're going to work on the Game Master supplement for the ship. So everything around the ship, living on the ship, if your crew wants to go and sail from island to island and things like that. So you will find also at least 150 pages, maybe 200 pages book. Oh no, we have more machines. We do have more machines. We have 2 machines at the moment. The third one is it's gonna be, but not in this building. Once we extend this building, then we can put the third one. So ideally, I don't want to increase the machines beyond 3. So 2 for the mass production, and the third one just to make a. Have any pictures to show you? Do I have any pictures to show you? I don't. Maybe next time we'll prepare to show you how the layout of the machines is currently. So yeah. So that's that. And the third machines we need just for test and samples. This is the most consuming process to set up everything, because it's a constant back and forth between the 2D artist, the graphical team, the process engineer, and the machine itself. So before you get it right, it's basically entire day, maybe even 2 days to get one sprue right. Yeah, this is how complicated it is at the moment. So I need one machine just to do that, on, you know, just to get the right settings and everything else, and set it up and be ready for the mass production. So that's that. So that's the bottleneck. Setting it up is a bottleneck. Okay, I think that's gonna be all for today. If you have any questions, keep them coming. I will just stay for another, 3-4 minutes. I will just check if I miss any type of new options for building. Okay, how about we will just design buildings instead of multi kind of if we stay with walls in a system, but then design like a fixed roof, but give you much more better looking roof, right? Like the one I really wanted to have originally, and because the technology is limitations, right? So that technology, it's a huge limitations to what we can do. But I would rather go for kind of standalone buildings, with possibility of expansion with our system. But for that one, I would like to make sure it's a kind of standalone. That's what I really want. That's what I really want. Yeah. But anyway, this is still in discussion within the team, how we're going to approach that. At the moment, my main focus is on a ship. I want to make it sculpt, I want to make it work, and I want to make it in tools and have it before next year campaign, just to make sure that we can send out samples to reviewers and such that they can actually tell you exactly how great it is. Right. Okie dokie. That's a good call. Will you consider doing sea monsters on flying base? That's a good call. I don't know. I haven't thought about that. Let me take a note. Flying bases. Okay, for monsters. Okay. No, we haven't thought about that. Normally we don't do like flying bases except to airship and maybe some of the dragons we did in the past, but nothing for those monsters. I will check that one. I mean, our strategy for bases is wrong. Was wrong. We managed to fix somehow with those layer when we just give you separately bases and we focus on making miniatures instead of actually adding bases to individual miniature on the on the spruce itself, because it's a waste of time really. Yeah, but I wanna, the other part of strategy which we have to change is basically work out what we're gonna do with bases, and not for the projects per se, like, you know, campaign projects, because that won't change. You're always gonna get from us nicely sculpted with, you know, with terrain bases, but I'm more about the retail stuff, when we should have just, you know, plain bases option as well, because it's cost. Then I would rather give you more miniatures and but non-bases, and as you know, to give you bases separately to buy in retail, rather than actually sticking to every single box of miniatures, tons of bases which are costing exactly the same as the miniatures, right, in production. Bases should be much more cheaper to make, and so that's the fix for the retail. Slightly different thingy. Credits to the bestiary from Deus Slayer. Yep, I used it less in the last 3 sessions, and some dynamics were awesome. Minis, of course. But thank you. I'll pass that on to the team. Yeah, here is that option. There is. I would draw in the presentation if I try to show you, but the kind of idea was to, what we could do as a damaged ship. Could we basically make it kind of as a wreckage, or how to make it, or how to turn like a normal ship into wreckage to that level here. That wreckage is from GW, and it's like entire skeleton ship basically, but nothing else. But yeah, if we have like massive ship, what's the options? What we can actually add it in, how we can transform this ship into something different, how we could introduce maybe some bits of bobs of wreckages and stuff like that. So this is basically what it is. This is a case study about what we can give you and how we can structure campaign around that and all those things. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna be finishing. Thank you again for dialing in. I will see you as always in a couple of weeks time. I hope you enjoyed this AMA. I hope you like it, and I really hope I answered all of your questions. Yeah, thank you, Jakub, for being here, because it's a great support to have somebody. The team will be, so I'm not gonna be at Gen Con. I wanted to go this year, but I do have other tasks to do, and especially with this place. So that's my focus at the moment. But our team is gonna be at Gen Con. We're not gonna be selling anything there. We're only going to be showing products. If you want to see close up how the Prismacast looks, just go there. I think there's gonna be a miniature market on our stand as well, selling some products, so that's that. But I will be at the Essence Spiel. Yes, Essence Spiel, we have massive stand, massive, and in a great spot, hall number 1. So if you wanna join me, wanna have a chat with me, no problem. Just come by. If you wanna drink something with us, no problem as well. Non-alcoholic drinks, but yeah, we are gonna be there. We have like always, last year we had a small booth there, which we had like, you know, we can always have a chat with closed doors, let's say, whenever it's needed. I might have some meetings. I'm probably gonna have some meetings as well, so I might be like, you know, at 50% of the time at the stand, and the other 50% running around. But yeah, just come by and have a chat with us. The Essence Spiel it's really big for us this year. We have lots of introduction, new products introduction, new games. Like you will be able to play Master of Orion there, that's for sure. It's a release day for a German version of Heroes 3 as well, so that's that. And then plenty of other plastic products which we plan to release on Essen as well. So yeah, last year was fantastic. Last year was like, it was great. I mean, so many great people came by and stuff. So yeah. Any plans for the more playmats? Not at the moment, because we don't have the technology, and I don't want to use I don't want to use the what's the name? Yeah, Chinese manufacturers, because I don't like the quality. Simply I don't like the quality. And the playmats, if I do playmats, I need to make them in-house. So that's something in the future we will do it for sure, because we want to have we really have nice diversity in terms of what we make and how we make. But I need to have 100% of production here. That's including board games. I don't want any manufacturing in China. It's because of delays. It's only because of delays. It's not like just they're not serious. They're not serious about the business, and we are very serious about the business. And if I give you date of delivery, I need to fulfill. And if I'm not in the control of that date, it's not the best, right? So this is something at some point in AMA, maybe in the next couple of months, I will share with you the grand strategy. Okay, because we're building grand strategy. We built already grand strategy. I'll show you what exactly the plans are and what we want to do and what we want to achieve. And we will do it for sure. I mean, I'm pretty confident. We got a very good team now to get us there as a company. So yeah, but entire manufacturing Poland from A to Z. I want board games, miniatures for the board games, our miniatures, and everything else which is with that, and then playmats as well here, even dice. Even I want to make dice. Yeah. Last year booth was not small. it was kind of bigger from the bigger side, but this year is even larger, even larger. Any chance to get the buildings as miniatures? The building. Oh, I know what you mean. I've seen somebody did it on the Facebook group for the board game itself, and I sent to my team to look into it, whether this is a good idea or something we can do. Yeah. Yep, Jakub just mentioned about another tournament, which is gonna be our convention in Pilkon, which is actually happening in a headquarters. So those of you who is watching and those of you who's gonna be traveling, drop us an email if you like to see the factory and maybe see the offices and things like that, and talk to our team. And if you have a game you wanna get our team to sign it, your rulebook, just bring it in. But Pilkon is on 21st of August. It's a kind of maybe not smallish. It's around about 2,000, 3,000 people coming through the door. It's a local fantasy convention. So yeah, we're gonna be holding tournament here. So it's been already discussed. This idea has been already kind of not discussed, but something we wanted to have discussed about. I'm talking about elements. Okay, I'm running out of juice slowly. It's been a hell of a busy week, which I really like. Keeping busy is actually what drives me motivated to carry on. We also work this Saturday, as I mentioned. Maybe not Sunday, maybe we'll take a Sunday off, but on Saturday definitely playing the Master of Orion. That's what I'm looking forward. So yeah. Anyway, stay. That's on the list as well. That is on the list. Stay safe, and as I said, we're gonna be seeing you. I'm gonna be seeing you in a couple of weeks of time, probably with more info for some of the projects, obviously. And yeah, and that's it. Thank you again for joining me today.